what is that lady's name? Jolie?
Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
You know, all of the celebrity are, you know, and the pressure is so, and the media,
yes.
even the traditional media, mixed with social media,
exactly.
in an unprecedented
yes.
Pressure that is forcing a lot of action. Suddenly, everybody is offering to help
yes.
Nigeria, from China to the United Kingdom to the United States. You know, everybody wants to help, and we are open against hope that we can at least bring back these girls intact.
Yes.
You know, and well, this is the time to begin to set up, you know, counseling and all of that, in case we are able to get them, because we know most of these girls will have been traumatized.
And you see, government too should be proactive.
Yes, they should be.
And preemptive.
Yeah, preemptive, that's the word.
From another strike. Because see, these guys, the way they reason is that when you are sad, that is when they are happy.
Yes.
That is their modus operandi.
Okay.
When you are crying, they are rejoicing. Look at the face of that guy. That guy is a sadist. Shekau, on television, laughing, smiling. That's not a human being.
Okay.
So
what is their triumph?
Yes.
When all of these things are happening.
Yeah.
But it's going to be short-lived. It will be short-lived. Evil is always conquered by good. And we know that this evil will be brought, you know, to shame and to a disastrous end for them. Okay, well, we keep focus of what we are doing here, the role of social media in galvanizing action for a worthy cause, you know, all of the time. Today it could be the Chibok girls, tomorrow it's another subject matter,
yes,
and
somewhere.
all of that. So it's instructive that, well, the Nigerian journalists are beginning to understand all of this makeup, you know, and appreciate the role, you know, in letting traditional media knows that this is not a confrontation between the traditional media and the new media.
It's a competition and cooperation.
It's a
what you call co-optation.
Co-optation.
You have to marry both, because if you stay your own way,
yes.
even the so-called traditional global media,
yes.
New York Times, CNN, and BBC, they are also on the social media.
They are using all of the platforms.
Piers Morgan is always tweeting.
All of the platforms,
you know,
and all of that. And so it's instructive that Nigerian practitioners,
yes,
already entrenched in the old media sense, be brought to know the usefulness, yes, of the new media, yes, and marry the two. Exactly. That's exactly what NCC brought to the table. Let's have some excerpts from that capacity training workshop by the Nigerian Communications Commission for ICT journalists in Nigeria. Who were there? Watch.
Commission mediates between the operators to resolve the differences that they may have. So, but also within that, we have a procedure that the commission is guided by. So if an operator makes a complaint, there are a number of days within which the other operator has to respond to the commission. Once that is done, we can now sit down with both parties and now resolve the matter. If it is resolved in the favor of one party, and we ask that party to make a payment within a certain date, and that payment is not made, then the commission has the right to now tell them to say, okay, we're blocking your calls one way so that the consumers do not suffer. Because if we say that we cut them off completely, then it is the consumers who will suffer from that action. So what we do normally is to say either they cannot terminate on that particular operator for some period until that payment is made. And once that payment is made, then they now open it again. So it's an ongoing thing. It's not something that starts and stops at a certain point. It's ongoing. Once they make a payment, then they continue business again. So, but we try as much as possible to make sure that the consumers are not worse off at the end of the day.
As much as I'm of that generation that believe that the digital age is here, and it's either you shape in or you shape out. But I still believe that looking at our environment, there is a huge population we will be leaving behind if we do not create a balance and make provision for them. Because if you still look at the number of Nigerians that access the internet, that have access to the internet and actually spend time on the net, is still a far cry from the overall population.
People talk about social media. Most times it's difficult for people to distinguish social media from online journalism. I believe there are two different things. One, only yesterday I was looking at the 100 top blog sites in Nigeria. Unfortunately, I didn't see my own. My own is not there. And it's not as if I don't do enough to promote my site. I do a lot to do that. And maybe I want to just call you back to tell me what I'm supposed to do, you know, to be able to, at least if I go in and Google 100 top sites, I will see onlineroaming.blogspot.com.
I think the key thing is that we should be clear about the kind of skills we need. Are we training the skills for tomorrow or skills for yesterday? Do we need skills that can be useful tomorrow? Or we need knowledge in the yesterday's knowledge to apply to issues of tomorrow? We're talking about tomorrow.
We need to take this information seriously to begin to prepare for tomorrow. Now, there are also authors today who are producing online versions of books, not printed version. There are online editions of books even as we speak today. Volumes and volumes of books are now online. Now, for those of you, for instance, who are publishers, it will require the capital outlay required for you to start as a publisher is much higher than what you can start with as an online publisher. So in terms of resources, in terms of staff, in terms of maybe office, an online publication can operate from home. You don't have to have an office. As of an economy like ours that is growing, where you have a lot of unemployment, these can create opportunity for people to engage to and syndicate their news to organizations. So I think, and for those of you who are journalists, I probably wouldn't see you continue to work for the same newspaper year in, year out. You probably will have opportunity sometime in the future.
All right.